Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're doing all fine. And today I have a small story for you about how I got scammed on Fiverr. So before I get started with it, do note that I'm not going to cover all the details of what happened exactly. For that, there is this documentation that you're seeing on the screen right now. Feel free to read along, and you can also ask me about it. If you want to have the documentation, I can provide it to you. And please note that I will be blurring off the names present in the conversation, at least for the client one. So yeah, so as you can see, this is an order detail about a 2D endless running game, and the goal of this game was to be just like another paperboy game, okay, that he loved playing apparently. And yeah, so first, when he started with this idea of his, he wanted an Indian themed game where someone would run or will be on a bicycle and then will deliver the milk bottles, all right? And he wanted it to be Indian themed. So naturally, I asked him to give me Indian names for cities that I would place in the game. And to which he actually replied that he wanted that I could actually use American namings. I said, okay, why not? And then, as you can see in the documentation, later on you will see it, he then just changes to wanting a new American theme instead of the originally agreed upon Indian theme. So then, after I modeled the characters and showed him, he just told me that yeah, he wants an American game now because the cities' names are American. I said, alright, that's fine. So I just disregarded the characters and then found new ones and asked him about it. To which he actually replied, okay, you can choose what you want, alright? Choose the character that you want. And then he said, okay, when I told him that I'll use the character currently in the game. As you can see, this is appearing on screen right now. And then I will use another character that I did send him, alright? As you can see, there are 4 links that I sent him. And then I would use one of these and then the character that's already in the game, alright? Keep note of this. And furthermore, he also wanted the character to be able to jump at the start of the requirement. And then after a few days, I believe, he asked me if it was a good idea to have a milkman jump, to which I said no, because in real life you cannot really jump because you've got milk bottles, right? And then he said, all right, let's not have the jumping implemented. I said, all right. But then after a few days or weeks, I believe, he came back and said that he now wants the jumping as well, to which I said, all right. But then I confirmed again before delivering the game if he actually wanted the jumping or not, to which he just straight up ignored the message. As you can see, you can read along. I think you should be able to see the messages right now on screen. So he ignored the messages, and then when I delivered, he just said that I did not implement jumping, and that when he ignored my message, I should have guessed to implement jumping, even though he was clearly contradicting himself multiple times in the past. And then moving on to the Indian character, as you can see on screen right now, you will see that now apparently he says that I'm lazy and that was easy for me to use a girl there, even though he said okay when I showed him what characters I'm using. And now he wants me to use the Indian character after telling me that he wanted an American themed game. And that's definitely off a little bit. Alright, so that's about a brief overview of this incident concerning the buyer, alright? That's part of the video. And if you guys want the full documentation to read about and see what happened exactly, do let me know. And now let's move on to Fiverr and how they actually allowed the buyer to go away with the game for free, even though I spent money on this game. So as you can see, I did actually send them an email, alright? In the email, They said that, all right, I see that the order is cancelled, and then a lot of the template stuff that all companies have. And then I followed up and said that, yeah, I contacted you guys before, and I can provide a full documentation to prove that I eventually made the game as per the requirements. And this is actually the documentation that you were reading previously. And then I followed up and sent that to them, all right. But then it was more than 24 hours, all right. 24 hours has gone by and still no reply from Fiverr customer service. And do note that I'm paying for Fiverr Seller Plus, which has a promise of 5 hours of priority support, all right. But apparently their 5 hours is more like 24 hours, all right. And I did again send an email saying that it's been more than 24 hours since, and then no reply. I also went on their Twitter where there is Fiverr support. There I even tried to tell them about the issue, and then it's only then that they actually decided to reply. That too with a response that just clearly disregarded everything that I had in the documentation. I showed them clear proof of how I did the work as mentioned, and I also mentioned that I did actually incur some financial loss, but then they are just, trying to deflect from this subject and just saying that they cannot do anything about it. And ironically, they said that they are gladly here to assist us and that they strive to maintain a neutral position, which clearly they aren't, all right. But then I sent more emails, with asking them for further clarifications, and I also asked them specifically as why I'm not being given the 5-hour priority support that I was promised, and that I spent over $500 on Fiverr Seller Plus, but to which they just did not even care to respond or apologize even. So Fiverr, if you're watching this, you care so much about the customer, to meet customers' expectations, right? Then why treat buyers like this? I paid you guys $500 for what? Clearly I'm not getting the support that I need. Nor are you guys actually holding your promises of the 5-hour priority support. I don't get any of these. And yeah, that's about it for the emails. There are more. If you guys want it, I can have it in a Google Drive or something for you to read. But yeah, if you guys have any similar stories to share, please feel free to share it, make a video, or perhaps comment it down below. And please like and share this video to the max, so hopefully Fiverr can take notice of this issue and solve it accordingly, and then so that they can also stop taking sellers for granted, because we are also here helping Fiverr make profit at the end of the day. We are working for them in some ways, and we should actually get the level of support that we need to run our businesses. On this note, take care guys, and thank you for your attention. Bye.